Please be upstanding for a new recording of Things We Like.
We are live.
It's recording.
Yeah.
We didn't do the 3, 2, 1.
Did you want me to?
We could do three. We could do it now.
Okay, you ready? 3.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi there.
Welcome to Things We Like.
Hi, we're this week in the glorious sunshine.
Mhm.
We're sitting in the gardens of the Default Chateau
Yeah,
near the fountains.
it's a beautiful day. We've got the orphan working down the bottom of the garden. You might hear him cropping up every now and again.
Yeah, our resident gardener.
Yeah, I'm
There's a
amazed.
bed in the shed.
I'm amazed the orphan survived the winter.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's doing well, isn't he?
Well, it's looking lovely. The work he's putting in.
It is wonderful. But I'm not sure about the peacocks. I got chased by one of them before.
They are very efficient guard birds.
They're a bit aggro though. Yeah, I'll give you that.
They are an
And
angry
we
bird.
feed them well.
Yeah.
But whatever. So what have you been liking this week?
What have I been liking this week? Well, I'm going to dump this out of the way quick. I've been really liking Agents of S.H.E.I.L.D.
I also have been liking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
and Marvel stuff in
Also,
general.
I've been liking it. Yeah, it's got better, but to be fair, I was perhaps not as harsh a critic of it early on. I was willing to just sort of amble by in this. Yeah, it wasn't great, but I've seen worse TV.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
it was
true.
sort of like, it always had space to grow.
Mhm.
It's the Marvel universe, you know, and also the ability to lash in awesome people every now and then, but Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton. Okay,
Brilliant,
actually,
brilliant.
before we go into this, spoilers, massive spoilers, but in the
Yeah, Bill
Yeah,
Paxton's in it.
for this and Cap too.
Captain America 2, yeah, Hydra has turned up, and loads of people in S.H.I.E.L.D. have turned out to be Hydra agents,
Yeah.
and
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
Yeah, it was cool that there was that bit with everyone, at least some of you have been on such and such's course. I can't remember what the name of the guy was, but he said
Yeah,
that
I
to
know
the-
that guy's been filling out your ranks, so some of you will know what's going on here.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great code to turn people.
So to not blow this, yeah, but actually, yeah, just watch it. It's pretty good.
He also-
impressed me.
We're allowed to get away with full spoilers, aren't we?
Ah, sorry,
We-
yeah, why
we've,
not?
we've already
We already
spoiled
done
the
it. That's
biggest
why it was
one.
like, you think I'll let you enjoy it. I was like, no, I kind of thought we were enjoying ruining it for people.
Enjoy nothing, fool.
But I like the instant replacement for, you know, you've got one badass agent. I mean, I won't say the details of that, but there was an instant replacement. It's like, oh, well, he's gone.
Yeah, I
oh,
know the
no,
team
we got
now.
another badass that you already know.
I think they're like setting up 2 teams, so there'll be like a team of like S.H.I.E.L.D. guys.
So they
now
can have
and
2 shows.
Yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agents of Hydra.
That would be an interesting format.
Next season, that'd be good if they did one on, one off, like we're doing with things
Didn't
we like.
they do
Stuff
that with
sucks.
Didn't they do that with like Farscape, where they changed the shows from, I can't remember the guy with the goatee and the thing who linked up with the ship, with the
Yeah.
badass ship, and they sort of did a run of like 5 episodes or something in the series where the starting stuff was all him based rather than them based. And some other show did it, didn't they?
Fringe.
Was it Fringe?
Yeah, because half in I think season
Star
4,
Trek did it as well, didn't they? Though
They did that once or twice
for
the
evil universe. Yeah, brilliant though. It's just a genius. Like, it's the thing that you don't change. That stays the same for the whole series. But no, they fucked with that. We're gonna give you alternate universe.
The best one of them was actually Enterprise, because their intro was great. 'Cause it was like setting Enterprise is like, you know, the earliest chronological Star Trek series. If you've not seen it, it's worth a look.
been a long road.
If you've not seen it,
that's
yeah, or you were tempted to watch it like I did first time round, and basically threw a fucking fit over that opening music because it's not
Christ.
cool, man. Like, that shit is not allowed.
Yeah.
Bear with it. Like, get through that opening segment where they repeat that song heinously at you, and the series is actually, yeah, it's really good.
Season 1 was a bit iffy, but after that,
I thought the whole show was good, and I think they deserved to get the full run. I thought it was a shame they cancelled them at 5, and they had to, like, they sort of expressed through to the end of their story arc.
There was
Yeah.
talk last year of bringing it back.
What?
a Star Trek.
Should
Yeah.
Bacula would still be good for it. They should definitely bring it back.
Bacula. I say Bakula.
Yeah, but I watched that documentary where
I
he
know,
says
yeah.
his own name is Bacula, so
This would be Scott
I can
Bakula.
respect that. I can respect that.
who played Captain Archer, the
Yeah.
first captain of the Enterprise.
I have to say as well, the one thing as well about that opening music.
It's been a long road getting from there to here. It's been a long time, but my time is finally near.
However much I hate and despise it.
Yeah.
I've got faith on the heart, going where my heart will take me. I've got faith.
Having enjoyed the series and sort of I'm letting go of my hate for that thing. Appreciate they changed the style of it in the 3rd and 4th season to being a much jollier version of that song, even though the opening bits, like, you know, they do an opening sort of, oh, this episode, and then they go to their music, and then they go into the rest of the episode. Like, the start of that season 3, when they changed the music to really jolly music, like the first 5 episodes or something are really heinous.
What's in it?
T'Pol
T'Pol screams at camera.
She's like getting like mind raped or something, and she fucking just ends up screaming, and then it's been a long road getting from there to here. It's like, what the fuck, like, you mentalist. Crazy.
But I do feel that I think that like Abrams was heavily influenced by Enterprise for his reboot of Star Trek. A lot of the vibe came over from that. I feel a lot of the I don't know, just the way the story played out.
They did. I thought they did quite well in, like, they had a complicated job as well of doing, like, making it new, since it's the oldest chronologically, but it's the newest made one, like using better CG and all the rest of it, but still making it look old.
Having to make their tech look like older versions of the old school looking tech.
Yeah, they
like,
did quite a good job of that.
Which they notoriously didn't do so well in the previous Star Wars. The prequel ones, they just didn't look.
No,
right.
well, yeah, but I always thought this. I said that about Die Hard 4 as well, and like they should use the same fucking like camera quality as the original trilogies, because it would just go into it seamlessly. Like, and imagine as well doing Star Wars or something like that with the badass CG, but looking like it did from like the 70s.
Well, that's
yeah,
what
with big matte backdrops and shit.
That would look cool as fuck. Like, you'd be able to have super ace, like, silly explosions and be like, look at this weird crazy space explosion, but still looking like the shitty quality.
Well,
like,
that's what Abrams is trying to do. Like, I've seen a set photo and it looks like they're filming in like Dubai or somewhere.
they should do it worse. They should do it like, they should make it worse so that the quality goes like reverse chronologically. They should do it in black and white,
like in the desert,
with clearly visible strings.
black and yeah.
Black
completely
and white.
silent with frames with the dialogue on.
Yeah, just, you know, go Soviet montage on its ass.
I may very well be your father. But yeah, this set photo, it's out in the desert and it's like the foot of an AT-AT.
Ooh.
So they're obviously going to CG the rest of that in. I don't expect them to build full-sized AT-ATs.
Well, I fucking do.
I
That
do.
would be fucking cool.
They built a real dragon for Game of Thrones.
That's
skeleton.
beautiful. No, I thought did you not see Game of Thrones, the premiere? They built a whole fucking dragon like outside the theatre.
I love that documentary. God, we're going all over the place from the original topic, but I love that, like, that mockumentary they did about, you know, like they did Walking with Dinosaurs. They did like a Walking with Dragons, like as if dragons was real. Yeah, well, cool. Explaining the possible science behind how they worked, and like that they fucking, I don't know, I can't remember now.
I believe that is on the tube currently.
They had a thing like about them. They had to swell their lungs out to allow themselves to fly, but then when they breathe the fire, obviously they're deflating the lungs, so they like couldn't fly as well when they breathe the fire, so they have to like land and regroup. And they used to chew flint, so that they had flint in their teeth, so that they could bite to make the spark to ignite it. You're like, all right, you know, proper bizarre but cool.
They actually stole that a little bit from a cool cartoon from the 80s called Flight of Dragons, where it explains like stuff about dragons, and they inflate themselves by eating some kind of rock that's like full of helium or something.
Do you know what Jo asked me the other day? She asked me if I remembered Through the Dragon's Eye, and I said no, I don't, but Jim totally does.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was an amazing show. People got melted. She actually remembers it.
Yeah, she knows of its existence.
The reason we talk about this, because you have a weird memory of
some weird text-based game on an Amstrad or something.
Yeah, and I'm reasonably sure it might have been this or Zork.
I genuinely don't know what it was called. I don't remember anyone melting.
I don't remember the series in the slightest.
Step slowly through the dragon's eye and fly.
No, that doesn't help him. I mean, it was nice, but it's not helping.
Or add it to our new show, Things We Don't Remember.
The Great Depression. Good days.
Don't remember that. Ancient Egypt.
Ooh.
Don't remember that.
Nah. It's a little bit before the ancient Egypt.
I was smoking too much crack.
Yeah.
It was just a blur.
Weeping like an eagle.
Yeah, I went from like Mesopotamia to fucking Rome. Yeah. I know I was there, but fuck knows what happened.
Yeah. Like a blink.
A lot of fucking bandages.
Yeah.
I've got a quick things we like before we move on to perhaps a broader thing. Just because, I don't know, some of the conversation we were having reminded me of it. I watched on Cracked yesterday Pulp Fiction, based on an old legend. Have you watched the video?
The King Arthur based one.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it was like, oh, yeah, actually, there's a lot. I think it, though, like, while, you know, maybe he was influenced by that, probably not. I think it's another one of those...
archetypes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, eventually, because there's only so many stories, some of the ones that are fairly similar end up looking a lot like each other. But yeah, it was proper cool, worth a watch.
It's like that
We'll
book.
try and put up the link.
Yeah, definitely. It's like that, was the Hero's Journey by Mr. Academic. Fuck, what's his name? It's a really popular book, and loads of... like the part of the Matrix is actually heavily like based on it. It's about that sort of thing, the archetype of like the hero's journey. The hero has a problem, the hero has to go on a quest, the hero returns with boons. There's like a sort of set series.
He has to meet some people that help him on his quest.
Yeah,
he has to meet some people that hinder him on his quest. He
Yeah.
must find some objects.
Yeah, and this is probably developed like from like, you know, like Legends of Gods and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
King
going,
Arthur.
like right the way down from oral tradition and stuff.
Yeah. Mesopotamia.
It's the 10 stories, isn't it, or something? I wish I could remember the details of that, but it is something like that.
Like
isn't
that,
it?
yeah. Like there's only 3 characters in a story. That all those old tropes.
I don't know. When you look at the 10 stories one, like it's like, yeah, okay, fair enough. Like I suppose it is kind of so broad that shit can fit into it. You're concerned that I was about to set fire to myself.
No. Going back, there's actually a thing I saw a couple of weeks ago. There's only 10 stories in Star Trek. In like
Well, if there were only 10 stories, it
isn't
stands to reason.
Yeah.
there's only specifically done 4 stories. It was like
Somebody should make a film, Story 11, like
It's completely out of the box.
yeah, just like what the fuck is this shit?
the 10 stories.
Maybe that's
are
a
like,
Razorhead, like
like Data
That's
tries
just
to become
nonsense.
more human.
Does he have life? He's a machine. But is that all he is? No, he is more.
Geordie gets fucked up by something.
I can't hold the antimatter containment fields initiating emergency shutdown.
Captain Picard. There's like it's
Worf's honour is
what's on
challenged.
it. Yeah.
Sir, I protest. I am not a merry man.
something goes wrong with the holodeck.
You or someone asked your computer to program a nefarious fictional character from 19th century London, and that is how I arrived.
Oh yeah, it's a classic one.
Yeah. The Ferengi try and make some money in a nefarious way.
None of these charges are going to stick. I haven't broken any laws. I have a license to run holosuites.
But you don't have a license to sell weapons, do you?
That doesn't sound
The
like
Klingons try to start a fight.
them.
The Vulcans have problems with logic.
Most illogical reaction.
So, is there something, perhaps, that you've liked this week?
I went to Longleat. It was great.
Did you see the toilets?
I saw several toilets.
What a great opener.
I was, I must say, reasonably impressed with the toilets.
Good
They
facilities.
flushed. They had Dyson Airblade hand dryers, which I do like.
Yeah.
They dry your hands.
Just the messiest urinal ever.
Weirdly though.
Well, other than the toilets, I did see lots of cool shit. I met several animals. I met giraffes, fed a giraffe cabbages, which was good. They've got impressively long, strong tongues.
Yes, they do.
They told me many interesting facts about giraffes, and I can't remember any of them right now. They've got the same number of vertebrae as a human.
Don't they have the same amount of neck bones as a sparrow or something? I just made that up.
Quite possibly.
Sounds interesting though.
Yeah, it's good. Their front legs are longer than their back legs, so when they want to eat grass off the floor, they have to splay out their front legs and they look a little crazy. Giraffes in captivity like to lick metal. No one knows why, but they all do it.
That's
getting high.
They don't know. Oh, a giraffe is kind of like a cow. They're pretty much exactly the same structurally and biologically, apart from the incredibly long neck and limbs.
Can you milk a giraffe?
You could probably milk a female giraffe because it's a mammal.
Yeah.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
But they chew cud, and they have like the 4-chambered stomach thing going on.
Oh, so it'd be bad dairy for us as well. Jungle milk, not so good for you.
I actually heard something about that. Apparently, like grass-fed cows, people who are lactose intolerant can drink their milk. It's the grain-fed cows that are a problem.
Well, because we fucked with their nature.
Yeah.
And it made unnatural milk.
And it fucked us.
That's not a surprise. Not a thing I like, though.
They've got this bit in the penguin enclosure where there's a little path that you can walk through, and there are penguin-shaped holes in the fences, so the penguins can walk on the path with you.
Oh, that's cool.
So they
sounds like a supervillain there.
Do they try and jump people like little kids and stuff? Like, why do toddlers just try and walk through the gap?
There has to be a person there, a handler, to make sure the penguins don't get too leery, because some of them can get violent apparently. Like, there's some that aren't even allowed outside that will just have anyone apparently.
It's like if you walk through a dwarf prison, you know what I mean? It's like...
They have prisons just for dwarves?
No, but imagine if they did, you know. I suppose it's like walking through any prison, just that they're smaller, is really... You know, oh yeah, what? Have a fun time walking with people who are in prison? It's not cool.
I touched the penguin's head, and it didn't seem to mind. It was like a very wet cat.
Oh.
That's what it felt like.
I like wet cats.
They apparently don't smell great. But wet penguin doesn't smell too great either.
They smell a lot of fish.
They shit bright green.
I like that.
Yeah, that's good. That was the first thing the penguin that came through the fence did. Bent over, squirted out a big green jet.
Here I am.
This is only, making me feel my point about them being in prison all the more valid.
One of them went and undid Joe's left shoelace. I looked up at her face for a bit and then walked over and did her other shoelace. It's nice, just making sure the job was complete. I held a snake. That was pretty cool. It was well strung.
What sort of snake was it?
Some kind of a python. But it was, I'd say, maybe 3/4 of a yard long.
3/4 of a yard long.
It's pretty big.
That's pretty big, yeah. No, I mean, not huge, but it's pretty big.
It really wanted to go around my neck. That's what its aim was in proceedings.
Why?
Because it's warm, and it can get in my hood, and they like to be in a warm, dark place.
I was going to say, you can't be going for you, because you're not...
No, I think it was well enough fed for it to not be a problem, and also, I don't know if it could have fit me.
No. Did you hear that one about the guy whose snake had escaped in the night, and he woke up in the morning and it was lying next to him, and he was like, oh shit, put it in, and was chatting to somebody about it, like a snake guy or something, and the guy was like, yeah, he was sizing you up. Like, that's why I'd gone and lied down next to you, to see if you'd fit. They do that,
It makes sense.
Wow.
I saw a grim story today, just before I came here, actually.
Did you like it?
I kind of did, actually, but it's grim. Like, this snake they found... No, I'll post a link. I can't remember where they found it, but it was like a reasonable sized adder. It was somewhere in Europe, and it had eaten a giant centipede. But this giant centipede was not dead, and it had attempted an escape.
Oh, was that?
No, well, I don't know, it could have been. Like, they did a dissection. They found it with, the centipede poking out of it, and it had been swallowed. It was kind of bigger than the snake, and it was clearly not dead, as it had eaten its way through the snake.
Wow. I've seen, some certain alligators versus snake competitions, and the snake has attempted to eat the alligator and burst.
Yeah.
that looked pretty fucking gnarly.
There was weirdly a link underneath to that story.
Yeah, can't really say I like it.
I liked it just for its grimness.
It's interesting, but not necessarily likeable.
No, that's kind of...
It's not a cuddly story.
Cool.
You know, a sea lion will catch a fish and hold it in the air for a seagull to come down and then do a trade with the seagull. The seagull gets the fish and the sea lion eats the seagull.
I'd trade.
I do like that.
It's quite ingenious.
Yeah, that's quite cool.
My dad saw a seagull eat a blackbird the other day.
Really? Have you seen that video of a pelican eating a pigeon?
Yeah.
It's like everyone's like laughing and like, oh, the pigeon's stuck in the pelican's mouth. But then the pigeon is gone. It swallowed the pigeon.
And no one was laughing then.
We've got a pigeon in work at the moment. I've called him Death Wish because he keeps walking out in front of the forklift and behind the forklift, and it's just like, what the fuck, dude?
What, he's living in the warehouse?
He said, like, he's got tags on him, so he must belong to somebody.
Oh, he's probably lost. Or someone's brought their pet to work.
He's a fat bastard, though.
I always kind of feel when you see like a pigeon squashed on the road that they've got so many more options of escape routes than most other animals. Like, how did they get into that situation?
They are fast, and they do see a lot quicker than we do, but hey, you got a blind spot and something's travelling at 30 mile an hour, you're fucked, aren't you?
I suppose so.
That's just, you know.
They see quicker than us, but they can't move faster than us.
Oh, is that true?
We actually, weirdly, we've got one of the fastest reacting animals in the world.
Yeah, they said that, like, we're super quick.
Yeah, we can't run like faster than most things, but we can move faster than most things. It's probably because of our brains.
So you can train stuff like that as well, which animals aren't necessarily... Like, while theirs will be good because they're honed by nature, it's not the same as training. Like, when you get to the pinnacle of what you can, you know, achieve with people...
We're quite good at turning, aren't we?
You know, they say that about us, like, why we're not as fast as some four-legged animals in a straight line, but yeah, there's lots of twists and turns and stuff. It's just quicker, and you're quicker at accelerating on two legs than you are on four. You
Apart from rare shit like bears are a fuck up. They're well faster than us.
If you want evidence of how good people are at turning and running, you should watch Running Time, starring Bruce Campbell. Because he turns like a motherfucker.
I've never even heard of this.
It's an attempt to make a film in one continuous shot.
I have heard of this, didn't know what it was called though, I've never seen it.
Yeah, but every time he turns a corner, they obviously have cut it and they intersperse some crazy motion of Bruce Campbell flipping around the world.
Oh, nice. I do love Bruce.
Super turn.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell is a legend.
Yes.
I miss Bruce. What's he doing now?
He produced that Evil Dead film, didn't he? The new one.
Yeah, there's lots of hoo-ha about that at the moment.
Yeah, it sounds like they've had a bit of a falling out.
Because the plan originally was going to be a sequel to Evil Dead, the reboot Evil Dead.
Sequel to Army of Darkness.
Original Evil Dead 4, and then possibly some crossover between either the two films or another film that across them both, which would be really good.
Yeah, and I really wanted the Evil Dead 4 sequel, especially if they were going to give it the name Evil Dead 4 or Army of Darkness 2. And maybe even slip in another title as well, and we can just keep going.
Oh yeah. That was my only problem with the Evil Dead reboot, which I thought was really good.
I enjoyed it.
Dead ideas.
They weren't the same.
It had bits like where she's got her head popped up to the trapdoor.
Yeah, very reminiscent. No one threatened to swallow anyone else's soul, which I missed. It would have been nice.
Just a little bit more deaditiness, and I would have been. I guess they were afraid of it looking goofy, but they should have just sucked it up and gone for it.
It was good. I approve.
I approve. Yeah, but let's hope they can hammer out a deal, because Sam Raimi needs something.
Yeah, everything's gone quiet since ours as well, isn't it?
And alright, again, spoilers. It's pretty much spoilers for everything. That film, I saw somebody describing it in a certain way, and I went back and watched it again. They were exactly right. That film is more or less a remake of Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Is that a bit weird?
Exactly the same beats to it.
Exactly the same beats, loads of the same images. even like the witch at the end, that pure deadite witch.
Yeah, Hells, yeah.
Really weird.
And it's got Bruce Campbell in it.
And yeah, just like the bit as well at the end, like, oh, we're about to be attacked by an incredible enemy. Let's put on some kind of illusion show and fight them in a big fight.
This is my boomstick.
Yeah. I've come with knowledge from another world.
Groovy.
Kind of groovy.
So, Alf, anything you've liked?
I'm sort of rehashing something that we've previously liked and talked a lot about. We were just, because the sun is out and it's shining and it's sort of the season is upon us.
Mm-hmm.
The love of festivals, just
They are lovely.
They are lovely. I think perhaps more specifically, you and I the other day, earlier this week, were perusing Glastonbury lineup posters, sort of
from the past.
having a good nostalgia day.
To try and separate the years, they've all blurred into one.
Well, I'm pretty good with the first and the last that I went to, but it's the ones in between that you're just like, I'm not sure. It's always like this, pretty much the same group of people. Sometimes it gets a bit massive, sometimes it's a smaller group, but it just makes it harder to remember.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you always remember your first year.
Yeah.
I saw the Whalers. That was epic and a half.
That was a friggin' absolutely crazy year.
I saw Stevie Wonder and Doctor Who. It was good for me.
Actual Doctor Who.
Actual Doctor Who. That was so badass.
You saw The Who.
I did see The Who. That was ace. In fact, even though it was raining, it was like not raining that hard, and with the lights and everything, actually looked kind of spectacular. It was pretty cool.
They still rock it. I
Do you
saw
know-
that Super Bowl show they did a couple of years ago. They still got it.
Yeah, they definitely had it then. I'm not surprised. Weirdly, the easiest things for me to separate times at the Stone Circle, which is west. I
is
love it
bizarre.
there. It's like one of my favourite places in Glastonbury. Like, I love all the bands and everything, but there's just something cool about that. It's just a shit ton of people chilling out on a hillside, but with bongo, like the music never stops up there. Fire spinners and stuff at night. It's just ace.
I hear it's going to be very boring this year. The
Yeah,
lineup
I
looks
don't know
very
who
boring.
I don't know who you listen to or where you read these lineup things, because, well,
Actually, dude, that lineup. The lineup for this year looks pretty spectacular.
I'm not impressed by the pyramid stage
No, that's kind of weak.
this year, but I said this the other day, like about basically, I would expect for most people that something on the other stage, pyramid stage or West Holtz, you'd have 2 days out of that where something would be on one of them three, which are like the three big stages.
Yeah, but on the Pixies, doing a big slot on their pyramid.
I don't know if the pyramid. They should
Pyramid
be.
or other, I would imagine.
Although, because I think pyramid's supposed to be
A band.
what the fuck? We were looking at this the other day.
Kazabian.
Kasabian, and who was the other one? One of them's not been announced yet, and the other one's not Pixies, so that'll have to do.
If it turns out to be Prince, I'm going to kill a country unless I'm there.
I wonder what stage Jurassic 5 are going to be on though. West Holtz probably. Or-
I would think so, unless they've got like a slightly earlier slot on the pyramid.
Oh, they should at least do this stage.
I want them
Quite
to.
a lot of
I'd like
bands
to
will
get
do like a daytime pyramid slot and a headline West Holt slot.
That's fine.
Like Manu Chao did that. That was amazing.
I know you were right.
They do the Targaryen theme tune. It's really very jolly.
That's cool. So back to reality. Already done one festival this year. That was absolutely ace. Can't wait for Bearded Theory.
Beard's on the way out, you know.
Yeah, we've hit peak beard.
Well, according to some idiot Australian who probably doesn't have a beard. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's racist.
Well, I saw their test, I read the thing, and I saw their test, and you're just like... Well, if you confront a load of people with other types of people, then you're going to prefer the one that's not the norm now, and you're like, well, alright, no.
Yeah,
Your study's not big enough. Different people like different things. Some people will always like a beard. Some people will never like a beard. Attractiveness goes beyond beard.
Dude, these things can have effect. It's like the whole mini-skirts and the economy thing.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't matter if it's peak beard. I had a beard before they were cool. I'll have a beard when they stop being cool.
Yeah.
I love having a beard.
I'm not going to grow a beard.
I've seen other studies. I've seen other studies about the fear that a beard inspires in other men, especially the beardless men, things like that. That you're just like, yeah, of course you're never gonna give up a beard, are you?
Beard fear.
Yeah, no, it's like they're just like, oh shit, that guy's rocking an awesome beard. Oh, yeah. Well, why would you lose effects like that?
Well, you see, I got the longish hair, which apparently has the same sort of like sensory advantage that you have having a beard. Apparently, you can like sense more your environment if you've got like longer hair on your face because you feel like more
like a cat.
Yeah, like sound vibrations, they think, and like air movement and shit. But whereas the face beard does make you look more manly, the long hair makes you look more girly.
There's also like two unknown pleasures to most women, although I'm sure there are some women out there who grow beards and get to experience this. But your beard blowing in the wind, that's something I didn't, it has to get to a certain length for you to achieve that really, but I hit that. And cycling with it, it's wafting all over the place. Brilliant. Loving that. And combing your beard, alright, you can comb your hair, it's totally different.
Comb my beard, sir.
Combing your beard, it's therapeutic. Amazing.
I liked something this week.
Did you?
Well, technically from last week. Dappy from Dubs. Got a little hash on his face, which he called a hashtag. So the hashtag, it's a hash symbol on his face there.
Hashtag on his face,
yeah.
Like a prison teardrop.
Yeah, exactly.
In a hashtag.
And then tweeted himself saying, I've done this so that I'll be trending forever. Which, not only being tragic and sad in itself, it looks like Twitter's getting rid of hashtags in the upcoming future.
That's awesome.
Dappy.
I wouldn't like to judge on something like that, his choice and everything, but yeah, bit weird.
Branded for life. In 20 years' time, he's just going to look like a archaic phone pad.
Well, also though, what happens if he gets like super wasted and somebody like, I don't know, hashtags knobhead on his face like afterwards? Or maybe people fuck the tattoo and somebody's just going to do that with a pen anytime he passes out at a party. He's going to get a variety of things that have appeared on that.
No, I think I would leave the hashtag there, but then draw the numbers from the phone pad round it. Maybe draw a little old school phone on his face.
I'd just put hashtag knobhead.
Saw on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, The Weakest Link wants a celebrity one with Maggot from Goldie Looking Chain.
Love
and one of his questions was, what is the key to the right of 0 on a standard phone? And he just couldn't believe that the answer was hash.
Brilliant question as well.
Yeah, perfectly tailored for him. He just burst out laughing whilst responding. Jesus.
Any quick things we like then?
I like bees.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Love bees.
Yeah, they're fucking ace.
They are.
I like birds.
Equally cool.
Yeah, all birds?
Yeah.
Just the really hot ones.
Like, what about like a turkey?
I did a little.
They're not an attractive bird.
I should just point out that I did do a mini Tim Henman
after
that pun.
Yeah.
After that pun, that was brilliant. I
like turkeys. Sorry, I just like turkeys.
Do you like jive turkeys?
Even jive turkeys.
Even jive turkeys.
I would say especially jive turkeys.
Yeah. The quick thing I like is duct tape. It's amazing.
Good. It's fantastic.
It's just there's nothing like it.
There's things kind of like it,
no,
but they ain't
nothing like it.
Well, sellotape is kind of like it.
Yeah.
I beg to differ.
Well, it is quite similar.
Please, no, it's different.
They are different.
No, please, no, it's different.
Masking tape is similar.
No, please, no. They're too different. I'm begging to differ. Yes. Double pun fist on that one.
Right, on that note, thank you very much for joining us this week for Things We Like. It's been a pleasure having you out here in the garden with us. If you'd like to get in touch with things that you like, please do so. We've got a blog, thingswelike.wordpress.com, and we've got a Twitter, things_we_like.
And YouTube.
Oh yeah, we're totally on YouTube too, but just type in Things We Like and probably scroll like 50 pages across, you'll find us.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, just
my
inside.
Eric.
Right, well, goodbye.
Bye.
Quick.